Hello, I'm Jonathan, and I'm obviously going to be telling you guys a story. So, it was the first day of my freshman year in high school, and my high school said that every freshman had to go to this assembly to see what kind of programs, different events, and things like that that our school does. So, obviously, I went to it, and all these people just walk in. There's a ton of people. It was just packed. It was crazy. There's a lot of people. And along behind all of us, and when we walked in, there was people dressed up in shirts and stuff like that that had what kind of programs they represented. There were different kind of leaders. This guy dressed in a military style uniform, and they all had microphones, and they all started talking about their what kind of programs that what each of the programs did, and okay. sorry. Okay. So they all started talking about what each program did, and start off with the ASB. They told everyone what they did, and eventually it got down to the one guy in the military style uniform, and he said, instead of just telling you guys what we do, I'm just gonna show you. And right as he said that, there was a whole bunch of people that were just dressed just like him, all walked into the gym where the assembly was being held, and some were holding rifles, and some were holding flags, and some just marched in. And once they all came in, they all started performing. They're still spinning the rifles, some were marching with the flags, and some were just tapping their shoes and marching. And right when they all finished performing, the guy that had the microphone said, if any of you guys want to join, just tell me, or talk to anyone here, and we'll get you guys in the program. And obviously right when the assembly ended, I was really interested in that program, so I walked up to one of the people and I said, hey, I want to join. What do I have to do? And he said, well, actually this is my first year in the program, so I have no idea, but I can take you to someone who does. And so I was like, okay, cool, where do I find that person? Oh, that person is our commander. She's in the front of the school right now. I can take you to where she always hangs out over there. And so I was like, okay, that's cool, let's go over there. So we walk over to the front of the school, and we just walk over there. I meet up with the commander, and she's with a whole bunch of other people that was just there that were, I guess, her crew or whatever you SWAT. And so, I was like, hey, I'm really interested in the program. What do I have to do to join? So she starts telling me, hey, you gotta go talk to your counselors. You gotta get your parents involved, because sometimes they don't always like to change your schedule around for you. And so I was like, oh, okay. And as she keeps telling me about that, she stops. And she just kind of stops looking at me, and then looks over my shoulder. And I was like, what's she looking at? So I turn around and look what she's looking at, and there's 4 or 5 kids pushing and shoving this other kid. That's just, he wasn't enjoying it. It was clear that he wasn't happy with what was happening. And so she's like, just hold on, just give me 1 second. And she starts walking toward them, and then she waves her hand like that, that's all she did. And then her whole squad just kind of follows her. And then a couple of them just raised their hand and based motion for other people to follow them too. And eventually it was 20 or 30 people that just crossed the street. And they all walked up to the one kid, the group of 4 kids, and they surrounded him. And the girl walked up to them and said, hey, I think you guys should get out of here, because that's not very nice. And right when she did that, right when she said that, all the kids just kind of raised their hands and said, well, we're not trying to start any problems, so we're just gonna get out of here. They all just kind of take off, and make sure the kid's okay, he was okay. And then I knew right then and there, I was like, I want to join this program. I want to join this program. And so I went to talk to my counselors. I talked to my counselors, and then I joined the program, and that's it.